Hey guys, Ultimate Joel Scambaits here with a series on our most successful bait in 2023, a scammer named Zuckerberg. We call him the Zuckerberg for a reason, as we got over 30 hours of content and phone calls with this individual. Thank you guys again for 10,000 subscriptions here on YouTube. It means a lot and is a huge achievement in 2023, and I'm hoping for more moving forward in 2024. Thank you again, guys, for a great year. I broke down this call, which is just day one, with over 10 hours of content into multiple parts in this series for you guys to enjoy. Thank you again, guys. Let's go get this losers.
No, you only talk to me here on this number. You can call me. I'm gonna give you my other number, which is
Okay.
my very, very personal number.
Okay, that
Okay?
sounds great.
No
Yes.
problem. So you can contact me, and I promise you I will be your friend for
Yes,
years.
I need a
Okay?
friend right now because like your
You,
friends ruined my life. I could have spent that 500,000 on the Man Bear Pig Hunting Association. We were
right,
very
you could
close to
invest.
discovering it one time in the rivers of Mount Rushmore. We're on President Obama's head when we're searching, and we saw the Man Bear Pig, but
Okay.
we just had the picture of a tail, unfortunately. But that
Can
$500,000 would have gave us a helicopter to at least search the area.
Okay, and promise
Hmm.
me something. You
Yes.
keep whatever we talk together. Promise me that you will keep this confidential.
Oh, yes. Nobody else but the 73 people
If
listening will be
if
here.
if my
Hear
friend
it.
if my friend should call you back, you
Yes.
don't tell them that we still communicate.
He
Okay?
tried to call me just now. I didn't answer it though because I'm scared he's talking with Papa John's and trying to. I think your friends might be in it, honey. I think they're trying to
Mm,
raise the total
mm.
because like
No. They're
are
not
they
in.
are they in
Trust
it,
me.
honey? Are they working with Papa John's? I don't like
No,
that.
no, they're
I
not
don't
working
like when
with
they,
Papa John.
I think they work for
No,
Papa John's, honey, because why would all of a sudden they double the amount? They must be paying somebody. And I think your friend might be working for Papa John's.
no. They don't even know who Papa John's is. None of us know who Papa
They
John's is.
know,
Trust
but
me.
they knew about it. They started talking about Domino's and Pizza Hut. They know about Papa John's.
No, no. The reason for that is because they think it's a joke. Because you said Papa John's, and we all know that Papa John's is a Pizza Hut. So they think it's a joke. So they try to make a joke by saying Domino's and whatever other pizza out there
No,
is.
but it's
It's
not a
not this.
joke. I talked with
But
Papa John's associate before, Pizza the Hut.
that,
He
that's what
called
I'm
me one
saying.
time. Yeah, Pizza the Hut called me one time, and he tried to pretend to be from the Man Bear Pig Hunting Association, and they tried to take $10,000. But I found out who he was because uh, Papa John's, called right after Pizza the Hut hung up and talked about the same thing. So I knew Pizza the Hut was associated with Papa the John's, right?
Honey,
And then there was
honey.
another day
Can I?
too, like not long later, when we're in the head of Obama again looking for the Man Bear Pig. He told me
Mm,
I got a call from my phone, and then he said his name was Domino. And I was like, that sounds like the Pizza Hut, the pizza group, And I answered the phone,
yeah.
and they told me that, there's a possibility my husband's alive. And I thought it was a joke too, because he called himself Domino's. And I was like, and I
Oh,
hung up on him, you know. And then later
yeah.
on, Papa John called me and he said, you know, we might have your husband. And he hung up, and that's it. And, it's very hard to reach Papa John's.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean,
Mm, mm,
it's been hard. It's been
It's
a long story.
it's scary. It's scary. But for some reason, as I told you, I believe in what you're telling me. There's something deep down in my heart that no, she can't be. She sounds so realistic. This can't be a fake. This can't. There's no way she would be acting like this for like this. This has to be real, bro.
Yes, how can I make up this story, honey? This is a, it, I mean, your friends asked me for the money picture. I sent it, right? I didn't have any delays. They asked me for another angle of it. I was counting it and putting it into envelopes, so I showed them one of the envelopes, right?
Yeah.
And like I have other pictures if you want. I could take a picture right now and send it to you. I mean,
No, no,
I
no.
even have my
You know what?
Bitcoin wallet
You
as
know what?
well.
You know what? I don't need no pictures of your money. You know what I need a picture of?
What is that?
You. I want to know who I'm dealing with.
Oh no, no, honey, no. I don't want Papa John to know what I look like. I think Papa John's know where I live, but he has never got a photo of me. I have been very, very good at hiding my face. I always wear sunglasses and I always wear a wig, right? Because, honey, I'm gonna be honest with you. I inherited a lot of money, from my husband. You know, all the foundations that he had, right?
Yeah.
And if I start posting, pictures on the internet, I'm scared that you're gonna share it with your associates. As I said, I think your associates work with Papa John's. And I'm
No,
not, I'm
no,
not
no,
saying,
no,
yeah, I'm
no.
not saying I don't trust you, but I'm just saying that maybe your friends might accidentally look at your phone, and then they will send
No,
that
no,
picture
no,
to
no, no,
Papa
no.
John's, honey. And I'm really worried
Listen,
because
we
Papa John
don't.
doesn't know what I look
Listen,
like, just knows what I sound like.
listen. Sweetheart, we don't know who Papa John is. We have no idea who he is. Remember, I'm telling you, we thought you were playing around. I thought you were faking all of this. We don't know who Papa John is.
Well,
We don't know who he is,
it's hard to believe because after I hung up the call, right? After
right?
I hung up the call, Papa John's called me right away after your friend hung up, and he increased the
Mm-hmm.
total to $1 million when
And
originally
that's
it was
because
five
of
hundred thousand.
that. And I think that's because of what my friend says,
Yes, and
my
that's why
my
I think they work with
associate.
Papa John's. Because why
No,
would
no,
all of a
no.
sudden, I get muted again and I can't talk, and then all these guys start talking, and all of a sudden the ransom is now $1 million. So I
Oh
think they
my
work for Papa
God.
John's. I think your friends might have a secret relationship with Papa John's. So if I send you my
No,
my
sweetheart.
face, I'm scared they'll see it and they'll send it to Papa John's. Or maybe he'll
No, no,
hack your
no.
phone and get a picture of me, and
No.
then now he knows what I
Okay.
look like. I told you I know what Papa John looks like because he went on
You
TV one time, right? He's
you
a
know
very
what he
famous
looks like?
guy. I know what he looks like. Yes.
So why haven't you called the cops?
I told you every time I call the cops, he mutes me, and then now the cops blocked my number thinking I'm a prank caller.
Oh, so you see, so you can't blame my friends.
No,
You
no,
can't
I
blame.
blame your friends for increasing the cost.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. I get
Yes,
it. I get it.
they
But
doubled
it's the
the
same
total.
thing. They thought you were playing around. You're playing games. That's the whole thing. They thought you were playing games as well.
Well, what kind of games would I play? I'm very confused. I
Like
told you.
you,
Uh,
because the whole thing, it seems like it was a act. That's the thing. But after listening to you and hearing you break down in tears and you're so, emotional and all,
yes,
I'm
I
like, no,
know.
this has to be real. This can't be no fake. This has to be real. You understand?
I understand, but your friends don't seem to understand the seriousness and the gravity of the
No, 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 they
situation.
don't. Trust me, they don't. They still think this is fake. They still think this is just I don't know. But I believe you. As I said, I believe you. Trust me.
I know, but now you need to tell your friends because I need to find out if they're working with Papa John's.
No, sweetheart, we don't know no Papa John's. Believe me. That means you don't trust me. I'm
Well,
telling
I
you,
trust
no.
you, honey, but if I send the image through my phone, I know Papa John is trying to track me on my phone. So by
Okay,
doing
so
it, I leaked
listen.
my
So
image out there, and now he
no,
knows
no, no.
because he's a billionaire.
Okay, so listen to me. Do not send me your image. Just to
Okay,
protect you, don't send me your image. I'm
okay.
a stick.
Yeah,
I'm a work with you.
I
I'm
know.
okay
I'm
with
very
it.
sorry. I want to, honey. I want to show you that I'm real. I want to show you I'm not joking. But Papa John's
It's okay.
has really, really, hounded me the last couple years. I told you he sent 1,300 pizzas to my house to intimidate me. Just to show me that he received the money that I gave him, right? Because 1,300
So
pizza is not cheap.
let me ask you something. Why is he a millionaire and he still wants money from you, a ransom?
I really
Why?
don't know, honey. I've been trying to solve that issue, but the last couple of years I did some investigation. I found out that Papa John's actually got kicked out of his company for doing some bad boy stuff, you know? And yeah, they
Oh,
kicked him out, and they never really determined how much money they paid Papa John's, but he was the lead of the company, and then all of a sudden he wasn't, and then like they started removing him from ads, and then now, I mean, I really don't know. And maybe he used up all his money. Maybe he stopped getting endorsements. I don't know, honey. I tried to investigate or try to get someone to investigate him, right? And then
yeah.
the person that I hired, a private investigator, told me that he had fallen from grace, per se, from his current job, and he's gone
Mm.
underground. Nobody has heard any news from him, but it has surfaced that there's a possibility that Papa John is targeting other people. But we don't know. It's kind of a deep dish situation. I mean, it might sound cheesy, but he really is the pepperoni of his job.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yes, and like how else will I know, right? Like he has more money than me. Papa John is not. I do not believe Papa John kidnaps or kills
Hello?
people and all that stuff. Oh my gosh, I thought Papa John's got my phone. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me now? Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm hearing
oh.
you now. I'm
I
hearing
hope
you.
I hope that's not Papa John's. Remember Papa John's was able to
No,
block my
no, no.
home
It's
phone.
no, no, no,
Okay.
no. I
Are you
switched.
sure it's
I
not your
switched my.
friends? Did they leak my number to Papa John's?
No, listen. We don't know who Papa John is. We have no contact with Papa John. We know nothing about Papa John. Nothing at all. Nothing whatsoever. We don't even know. Listen, you've been on the phone. That's the whole thing. We thought this is a joke. Papa John. You keep talking about Papa John, but you explained to me that listen, if someone they won't give their full name nor identity, right? So they're
Yes.
gonna use a name.
Of
So
course,
I
they have these
understand that,
alias, of course.
right? An alias. So that's where I kind of believe you. You know what I mean? Like, oh my god, oh
Yes,
my
of
god,
course. Like, obviously, if I was going to do a crime, right, I wouldn't use my real name. I would call
right?
myself like a Bipis One or something,
Some
or Marines
nickname.
PK, or maybe even like Hollow Squirts, right? It's just like
Have you ever
nobody can find a name.
have you ever watched the Money Heist?
Oh yes, I know the song. Ready, ready. I used to do opera, but I've been getting a little old. Ready? Bella ciao, bella ciao, bella ciao, 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 bella
All
ciao,
right,
bella ciao,
and
bella ciao, ciao, ciao.
all those
Migarmo,
guys.
higaror, hi, ore, hor. Yeah, pretty good, huh? Yes, I
And all those guys, they didn't use their real names. They used names
exactly.
of
There was a
right,
Berlin, there was a Tokyo. I totally agree.
right.
Yes.
So that makes sense. So I believe you. You know what I mean? I really
Yes,
do
see.
believe you.
Yes, if I was a
Trust me.
criminal, honey, and trying to make up stories and trying to fake stuff, wouldn't I be not called my regular name? Right? I would be called maybe Paris or maybe San
Right,
Francisco, right? Yes,
right,
exactly. My
right,
first name will be San and my last name is Francisco. Oh
right.
my lord. See, this is why I don't understand your friends. They keep calling me right now. I see I'm getting all these missed calls. This is why I think this is very similar, honey. I'm going to tell you the truth. It's very similar to what Papa John did. He would call once or twice and then he'll try to discredit me, meaning that he's trying to make me look like a fake or make me sound like I'm not serious or anything. And then he starts doing all these attacks and keeps calling me. So this is why I think your friends are working for Papa John's.
No, my friend does. They doesn't know Papa John's. My colleagues doesn't know him. Trust me. I'm
Okay.
not gonna lie to you. Okay?
Yes. So
I'm
I
not
mean,
gonna lie to
yeah.
you.
I'm okay, but honey, like this group, right? This group that I'm dealing with right now,
Mhm.
they use pizza companies for their names, like kind of like Money Heist. I was gonna compare it to Money Heist, but I didn't know if you knew the show. But you know how they use cities? These group of people use pizza company names, right? To
Yeah.
to hide their identity, because if you look up Domino's, you're not gonna find anybody. If you look up Pizza the Hut, you're not gonna find anybody, right? You're just gonna find a restaurant. There's a
Right.
guy named Little Caesar too, and
Right.
he always goes pizza, pizza, but I really don't know why. Maybe he's the financier of the pizza companies, and then there's another person named CC. He's always talking about all you can eat or something like that. So I've been trying
Right.
to
That's
piece
their ad.
these pizza group together, like this pizza criminal organization together. And Papa
Right.
John seems to be the voice of the pizza company. Little Caesars, as I said, is he was like kind of like the financier, right? I think he has the money. And I had all the private investigator put this together, okay? And there's a guy named
Yeah.
Blaze, and he handles all of the drugs. Um,
Mhm.
there's a Pyology, and obviously that guy is the scientist of the group. Um,
Mhm.
and oh my gosh, who else was there? There was a lot. This is a whole organization, honey. It's very, very, very similar to Money Heist. They have everybody who has
Right.
a specialty, right? And then there's one called
Right.
Artifice, right? And I don't know. I think they stole my name from my pterodactyl deer because they have they have Artifice pizza now, and I really don't know how they knew. There's no way for them to know about my pterodactyl unless they've been to my house.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and they talked about getting like yeast infections, and I don't understand, honey, but these guys are professionals.
They sound professional. They really
Mm-hmm.
sound professional. Remember, they remind me of that movie so much.
Mm-hmm.
Based off what you're telling me, they sound really professional. Even when you told me that they know when you make calls and all of that, it
Exactly.
sounds
And
they know.
yeah, and it's really scary too because like how in the show in Money Heist, they were trying to go inside the mint, right, to print money.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty much the mint. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like I have all these
Yeah.
security with my firewalls, my 1,000 sofas, and like this is why I don't take pictures for people because it'll compromise my privacy, right? But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
am the
Yeah.
mint because I have millions of dollars in my house right now. Some people call me the bank, but I think that's a little exaggerated. I don't have billions. I only have a couple 100 million at my house, right?
Right.
So
Right.
I think I don't know how Papa John's found out, but he somehow convinced my husband to go hunt for Bigfoot. And
Oh my
yeah, and
God.
then you get the
So
story, right?
that
It's kind of
guy,
like the professor, right? The Papa
yes,
John's is
that
the
guy has
professor.
been. This was a whole plan. That guy has been investigating y'all for a while. That sound like he's been watching y'all and investigating about y'all for a while.
Exactly, honey. And like I think Papa John is the professor, right? He's always doing the calls, right? He's the
Mhm.
only one you can communicate with. And then every now and then I have had my private investigator, right? It's kind of like the investigator lady, the head, right? I kind of
Mhm.
hired like my version of it. It's private. They're not the police, but they found information about how like a money heist. Remember they found out the history of like Berlin and all of those people. Like they know their
Yeah.
criminal records, So I was able to find the names of the people, but I don't have the real names still. My investigator is still looking at that. I'm paying him $1 million a year to make sure that he at least protects me, right? I'm the mint, you know.
So do
So
you think he's ripping you off?
my investigator, no, he's been giving me very factual information. I found out
Okay.
that, like,
Okay.
how else will I find out that the name, Papa John's was a pizza group, right? They're using
Yeah.
pizza restaurant names. And it's true because I found out they took a picture of one of the person. And as I told you, one guy named himself Artifice Pizza. So there's
Mhm.
no way for him to know that because not even my private investigator has been in my house. All the investigator
Right.
knows is I have money, but he doesn't know how
Right.
much money, Yes, because there's also a guy named, my investigator name is Tony. He's the best. I pay him $1 million a year to make sure he investigates this guy and keeps my house safe. It was his idea to purchase 1,000 sofas, right? And it
Okay.
has worked because, Papa John is like the professor. He has to plan everything out, and then he has to make sure his plan is perfect, right? So I don't think he has executed his plan yet, but he's been trying, and he's been using my husband as bait. Kind of like, how the professor in Money Heist covers all his equipment, right, with blankets. It's the same thing. Like, this is the blankets, you know? So, Tony, he's very, very good. He keeps my house very, very safe. But he has one rule, this is how I know he's genuine. He just says, as long as I get paid, I don't want to see the house. So he has never been inside my house. Tony has been very, very genuine, right? He only gives me information, and then I go in and I go out. That's it. He never get in. But I mean,
Okay.
I could go in the helicopter and fly over to Tony's house if you want to talk with him.
Okay.
You want me to go in a helicopter, you said?
You want to go in a helicopter?
Well, I own a helicopter, honey.
You own a
That's how I
helicopter?
travel. I have a tank and I have a helicopter. I want to make sure that I'm
Listen,
protected.
Oh my God, this is so hard to believe.
Oh, it's okay, honey. I'm gonna let you get on the helicopter. Okay, 1 second. You're gonna hear some talking. That's tower control. Okay, that's tower control. Don't worry about it. That's normal. They can't hear our conversation. 1 second. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. You hear it? I'm starting up the helicopter now. 1 second.
Yeah. I hear.
Yeah, Siggun 1-1. This is yes. We're heading out. Minute and a half out to Tony's house. Correct. 10-4. Siggun 1-2. All right. Siggun 1-2. North, north, south, east. Wind direction 12 miles per hour. Head towards Hellfire 2. Got it. 10-4. All right, continue harmonization. 10-4. All right, sorry, honey. They can't hear our phone conversation. Don't worry, it's still private. I just have
Okay.
to. I just had to talk with them to make
I
sure.
believe you. I
Yes.
so believe you. Oh my God, this is awesome.
Yes, I mean, yeah. When you make this much money, you might as well travel by helicopter, right?
Oh my, listen, I'm startled. Listen, I'm poor.
You're 4? I don't think you're 4
Yeah.
years old, honey. You're not 4 years old. You can't play that joke on me.
Pardon?
You're not 4 years old. I know how old. You're probably
no,
like
I'm-
20-something years old.
no.
You're not 4 years old.
No,
You
no,
don't have to
I'm-
joke at me like that, honey.
No, I'm saying I'm poor. Poor.
Oh, you want to pour a glass of water for yourself? Yes, go ahead and get a glass of water for yourself, honey.
No, sweetheart, I'm saying to you that I am a poor person. I am not a rich person. I don't know nothing about riches.
Oh, but have you been in a helicopter, honey? Is this your first helicopter ride?
I've never been on a plane. I've never been on a helicopter. I'm poor.
Have your friends ever been in a helicopter? Your coworkers or your associates?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? Then that's obviously suspicious, right? Because if they work for Papa John, if they're working for Papa John's, they make a lot of money, honey. I have
No.
to take my helicopter out, because I need
Listen,
protection. I have a military
don't-
helicopter.
They don't know. No, they don't know about Papa John's. Trust me, they don't know.
I don't
nothing.
know. Maybe they're starting to work with Papa John's in order to make some money so they can own a helicopter too.
Listen to me. You're the one who let us know about Papa John. None of us knew about Papa John. You're the one who let us know.
Confirm target line 10-4. Oh, sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
Weapons away 10-4. North, northwest, south. Okay, sorry. You have to talk with Tower Control, honey.
No,
That's very, very
that's okay.
important.
That's okay.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yes, okay. Arcane out. Okay, don't worry about it, honey. We're okay. I just need to tell them that I'm flying back home. I just want you to experience being in a helicopter your first time in your life, honey.
Pardon?
I just wanted you to experience riding a helicopter for the first time in your life.
No. I don't know what to say.
All right, I'm landing right now, honey. 1 second.
You're gonna fly?
Copy. Still good. Work done today. We got the combined simultaneous, which is the biggest thing I wanted to get done down here. Mission successful. All sorts of carnage going around the battlefield.
All right, mission successful. All right, landing now. 10-4, turning off engines. I'm so sorry about that, honey. You have to tell them all of these other things of like, you know, what tower control wants, and then they're really picky, honey. But once you learn how to fly a helicopter, it's like riding a bike. You never forget. You know how many like. Yeah, I always go fully armed though. I always have a couple of Hellfire missiles. I have a machine gun on my helicopter because of all this problems with Papa John. So that's the best part about America. You could jump in your Apache helicopter and not think twice about it.
Oh my God, I'm
Yes.
so sorry. This is awesome. This is awesome.
Yes, I mean, I'm surprised. You know, your friends sounds like they're very successful, but are they not? Do they not make a lot of money?
Well, I can speak for myself.
Okay, and what would you say about yourself?
I am a poor person.
Oh
Poor.
well, poor is subjective. I mean, how poor is poor?
I don't own a car.
Okay, that's okay. I didn't own a car until I was 25 years old, honey.
I don't own a house.
I bought a house at 28 years old, about 3 years later.
Really?
Yes, honey. You know, if you work hard, you are, you know, always pushing for the new job. You know, you're always pushing to increase your salary. You don't just sit around at home and, you know, waste your time. You know, you have to go talk with like people who are smarter than you, right? You know, that's what my mentors always told me. You know, if you want to be an Apache helicopter flying around and be protected on your own, you have to make money on your own first. You know,
Right.
so I mean, like you know, bought this helicopter, you know, out of my own money from all the foundations I opened, and
Right.
you know, it wasn't given to me. You know, I never asked for this money.
You worked for it.
I worked for it, exactly. So you just have to work hard, honey. And I think that's the easiest thing you need to do in life is to work hard and not cheat people, you know. And the main
Right.
thing is to always, you know, consider other people. You know, when you start doing good things and working hard, you'll make money. But if you try to cheat people out of their money and take the easy way out, then you'll never really make real money. You know, you'll always just be sitting at home, you know, talking to people, and then, you know, it's not going to go anywhere in life. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
And
So,
I thank you for those encouraging words.
yes, and I
I
know you can make
appreciate
it, honey. You're a very genuine person, but you should
I
never
am.
ask for money. You should always work for your money, right? I mean, I understand when you need to take loans for your house or take a loan for a car. You know, that's an investment in yourself. You're not asking for money, you're paying back that money, right? And that's what a
Right.
loan is. You're borrowing the money, right? But you also have to be responsible in your borrowing. You can't just, you know, borrow $1 million, buy a bunch of stuff, and run away, you know?
Right.
Yes, you know, I started my career actually working at a pizza joint. I mean, not for the criminal Papa John, but like, you know, the actual
I was
Papa
just
John.
about to say a pizza company.
Yes, that's
Oh
why I
my
say this guy is the professor, because he knows like a little bit about my background. So of course the professor would be Papa John's.
Yeah,
Right? He would
he
use
would
that name.
investigate he would
Exactly.
investigate about you, right?
So he does that to
No.
intimidate you, you know, to kind of make you feel scared. But like I started
So-
working at Papa John's, and my first job was to cut the cheese, you know, and I was very good at cutting the cheese. Sometimes I would cut the cheese so bad, like, and so it would be like the smell would go all around the pizza joint, and I would clear the store, you know, because people were so, you know, crazy about how much I cut the cheese and how bad it is, you know. You know, my
yeah.
financial advisor Tony told me one time that, you know, he, you know, rolled out the dough, and the people came, you know. So you just have to start going your passion, you know, and
So
you'll
let
start
me
making the
ask
money.
you. Let me ask you something.
Yes.
Why do you still work?
Oh, honey, of course you have to continue working because for the children. I told you my job, my main job right now is not on my foundations. I hired a bunch of people and it's running on its own and it's public companies. So I'm just kind of just taking in the money. I'm just on the board. I sit there and every, 4 months or so, I go into a room and then I sit down, they make a decision, we do a vote, and then I step out and collect my paycheck. My main thing I told you is I was a crosswalk guard, honey. Remember I told you that?
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm.
And I taught the military soldiers how to cross the streets. You remember I won the lawsuit for the $3.5 million. Remember when the
Mhm.
kid's legs got ran over and I sued the school back, saying that I saved money for the kids for shoes. You know how I won
Mhm.
that one? Yes, of course.
Mhm.
Yes. But I haven't stopped working, for that, I have a purpose in life. I'm working for
Mhm.
something important, right? And that's for the kids. The kids are
But
very important.
right, right, very important. They're the
Hmm.
future. You got to protect them to make to become good citizens, right?
Yes, and you have to really, have a reason to work too. You shouldn't be working to be rich. You should be working because you enjoy your work. You know,
Thank you. I love that. I love that. You got to
yes,
work because you love what you're doing. If you don't enjoy what
exactly.
you're doing with your job, you won't do it well. You'll be so miserable, you know what I mean?
Yes, and you need to do a
That's
noble
why.
job, right? That contributes back to society, right? And that's very important. That's why I've been able to work until 85 years old because I know, by helping the children cross the street, you know, we're building the future of America, and maybe
Right.
one day one of the person I help cross the street will also have an Apache helicopter with all of this Hellfire missiles. And that's the reason why I own this helicopter because sometimes I patrol, the streets at night, and if there's any criminal, I shoot my machine gun at them. Of course, I don't kill them, right? And that's not the point. America loves guns,
Scare
but we're
them
not
away.
about killing. Yeah, we scare them
Right.
away. We break their cars a little bit and pop their tires, to teach
Right.
them a lesson.
Right.
Yeah, so
Right.
I do regular
So,
flights with my helicopter.
right. So,
I yeah, I go around. That's why I know tower control so well. They know my call tag. Whenever I talk with them. I mean, if you want to go in a
mhm.
helicopter again, I'm still inside the helicopter right now. I didn't even leave it. I'm still inside it. If you're
Oh, so
interested.
you're sitting in your, so you know how to fly it by yourself?
Of course, honey. Let me start it back up. I mean, here we go. 1 second. I
Yeah,
need to talk with Town
that's
here.
okay.
All
That's
right, here we go.
okay. Yeah, yeah.
1 second here. Tower, this is Brent speaking. 10.5 out. 10.5 out. North northwest. Wind southeast.
Big gun 1-2, go for arcane.
Go for Arcane. All right, Arcane is heading to Starbucks.
Big gun 1-2, currently we only have 3 Hellfires available for play today.
3 Hellfire out again. Got it. It's at 747 on that radar, right?
We'll call you with 10 seconds here.
Okay, 10-4. Got it. Yeah, 747 left. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, honey. We're clear to go. I'm going to the Starbucks right now.
So you're gonna fly right now?
Yeah, I'm flying to the Starbucks. I just got cleared there. They have been pushing me to go to Arcane left because of the airplanes landing frequently near the house. So there's a couple yeah, those stupid
This,
airliners.
this is awesome.
Yes, I mean,
Oh.
I'm surprised you've never been in a helicopter. If you work hard, maybe you'll have a helicopter too. Target Fox got it, 10-4. Okay, yeah, they're just telling me to go around the planes. But, I mean, yes, I love my helicopter. I arm it with my Hellfire missiles every day. I get it reloaded at the military surplus store. That's the best part about America, though. You could just buy whatever guns you want, and there you go.
This is so awesome.
Doesn't this motivate you to work hard, honey? Because if you have a helicopter one day, we could fly together,
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, I mean, yeah, and it's fast to go to Starbucks. You know, normally I have a tank
Maybe,
as well.
maybe by the time I should own a helicopter, you will be old by now. You won't be
Oh
flying
no, honey,
anymore.
honey, I'm never gonna get old. You know, if you keep
Yeah, I
active,
love that.
you know, if you keep active, you never get old, honey. It's when you
That's
start to
true.
sit
And
down on the sofa and watch TV and eat junk food, you get fat and you get sluggish. But if you're going
Right.
around crosswalk guarding and flying helicopters like I do every day, my goodness, I still feel like my 20s.
So, do you
Hey guys, thank you so much for joining. I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did. Please support this channel by hitting the subscribe button. And if you want to see more of my videos, simply click the video on the screen. And in the word of Dr. Pooh,
Bye, lady.